Have you ever thought to yourself, I'm just not good enough and I feel like a fake, a phony, maybe even a fraud? Well, that's what people call the imposter syndrome, where you don't feel good enough. So you feel like you're faking, you're a phony. I too have felt this in my coaching business, but you're in luck. So stay tuned today. In this video, I'm going to share with you the exact 4 things that I do and I still do to this day when I need it the most to get over feeling like a fake, a phony, or a fraud in my coaching business. Step number 4 is actually a very tangible step. So stay tuned for number 4 for sure, because you're definitely gonna need that one. One of the very first things I would do, borrowing belief from my past. And you might be like, what? What is that? What I mean by this is I have years and years of experience in sales, in marketing, in leadership, encouraging women, speaking. I have years of experience in solving problems, coaching, mentoring, guiding, supporting, hosting events, helping people through really, really difficult stuff. And I'll bet you do too. I had to stop thinking I didn't know what I was doing, because I did. And I had to stop acting like I was literally starting from zero. Business coaching wasn't a brand new thing I was doing or a brand new skill I was doing. It was just having my own business was a new avenue that I was taking, I was doing it in a new, vehicle or whatever you want to call it. Our brains keep telling us, no, you suck. You've never done this before. You don't know what you're doing. Stop doing that. You're such a fake. You're such a phony. So here's what you have to do in order to borrow the belief. Go back, think of a time, maybe it's in your previous career, maybe it's in your current career, where you have helped people get through something, where you've coached, inspired, maybe you've mentored, maybe you've discipled. And I want you to just make a list of these people and the things that you help them with. Write down every trophy, every success. Like I used to have all these trophies on my wall that I had collected for being number 1 in sales, or I have certificates. I had letters from presidents of companies. I had won trips. So anything like that, any type of success, any type of monumental moment or acknowledgement or recognition, an award, something where you would recognize for your skill. So this is going to remind your brain, and this is going to tell your brain, oh, I actually know what I'm doing because I've done it. Okay, the second thing I did when I very first started, I offered low cost or no cost coaching to display my work or my expertise. You don't have to do this forever. Here's what I love about low cost or no cost coaching. Whether it's 1 person or 5 people, what you're doing is you're practicing your method, you're practicing your strategy. And every time you help someone get through your steps or your strategy, you are going to boost your confidence and you're going to feel less and less and less like a fraud. You're actually going to help somebody. You're going to stop wondering if you can help people and feeling like a fraudster. And that's when you're going to start knowing you can help someone and you feel more confident. So the third thing I would do, you're going to have to take action. Like there's things you're going to have to do. You might be a speaker. You might start a YouTube channel. Whatever it is that you decide to do, it's all going to be scary. It's all scary in the beginning, especially if you've never done it before. Years ago, when I started my business, first of all, I first started my coaching business. And then about a year later after that, I started a women's membership organization. And when I started that, I had these big events, and every month, a couple times a month, I had different sizes of events. And once a month, I would have one big event. Dozens and dozens and dozens of women would show up, and I had to get in front of these women. I would do a talk. I would teach them something. I would help them grow their business every single time. And I will tell you, there were many times where I was terrified. I felt like a fraud. I'm like, I'm not qualified. I can't do this, but I did it anyway. And now it's been, all these years, 10, 11 years later, now I can walk up to a microphone and it doesn't affect me. But that took years of practice of building my confidence and doing it scared. If you wait to do your business or put yourself out there until you feel ready, you'll probably never start. Done is better than perfect. Do you know how many people don't put themselves out there? Do you know how many people don't take the risk, don't do something scared. So when you do, you set yourself apart, which brings me to my fourth and final step. And this is the one where I was going to tell you, this is the actual tangible step that you can take in order to start building proof for you and for other people too, that you are not a fraud and you know what you're doing. And that is, when I first started with my coaching business, and still to this day, I collect social proof or testimonials like I collect jewelry. I love jewelry. So let's just say I collect social media and testimonials like I collect jewelry. Funny, years ago when I hosted this workshop called Become a Social Media Superstar, and one of the things I would teach my ladies in my workshop, if you're on social media and you make a post, let's just say you do some kind of post, or even if you host a workshop or a live or just anything you do, even on my videos, right? If I do something like that and I post it and anybody comments down below, like, wow, what a great video. Or, oh my gosh, I never thought of this. Oh my gosh, you have such great insight. Anything that you can get when you put yourself out there, that is something you want to collect. Even if it's in a conversation, it does not have to be written. It doesn't have to be, formally written on anything. If you're in a conversation with somebody and one of your clients or somebody says, oh my gosh, you have to work with her. She is totally amazing. She has helped so many people. You need to be like, immediately turn to them and say, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I am so flattered. Would you mind if I use that in one of my testimonials? So anytime someone sends you a thank you note, sends you an email, comments on anything, I have hosted workshops like on a Zoom. If you've ever done a Zoom workshop or something and people are commenting in below like, this is gold, this is such great info, oh my gosh, thank you. You can screenshot that stuff. Just think of it like Amazon. Tell me you don't read the reviews. I'm sure we all do. It's similar to that. Before you hire a coach, you're going to go on their website. You're going to go on their socials. You're going to go somewhere and look if there's some sort of evidence or some sort of proof that you do know your stuff. It helps you too. If you're having a down day, if you're feeling kind of like an imposter, go through, scroll through your digital file of testimonials, or go over your social media, or go and remind yourself of all the, wonderful testimonials you've gotten, of all the kind words you've gotten from people over the years. And if you're wondering, hey, okay, Nina, that's so great. I love this advice, but how do I go out and get a couple of clients? Well, I'm so glad you asked, because one, I have a video that I just created. I'll link it down below, and it shares with you a strategy on how to get clients this week, if not today. And also, I have a free guide that I created, 5 easy ways to get clients, in which these are 5 ways I have done, my clients have done. I promise you they all work. You don't have to be tech savvy. You don't have to be a computer guru or anything like that. So don't worry. It's nothing crazy. It's all practical things that you can do. So grab that today. I think you'll love it. And until next time, I will see you in my next video.